Okay, here's the take 3 of my stream. Okay, I'm gonna put the camera on right now. So I'm feeling bored. So everyone get ready, okay? Alright. Oh, what episode 109? Oh, here. Episode 4. This.
Someone's sending me texts. I don't know who it is. She's texting things like,
I really like you.
having a secret admirer sucks. I can't stop wondering who she is. So I went to the cupcake shop to see if it might be Sarah, the girl behind the counter. She wears a pink t-shirt that says Cupcake Days, a name tag that spells Sarah, and a paper cupcake crown. I stood outside the glass door trying to build courage to go in and see if she's the one who texted me. She never noticed me before. I finally opened the door. It made an annoying ding-dong sound. Sarah had her back to me. She was making hot cocoa for a customer. When she heard the ding-dong sound, she turned and looked straight at me. When our eyes met, it was magic. I knew she was the one who texted me. Confident, I strutted over there and stood behind the cocoa customer. They were having a conversation about cupcakes, blah, blah, blah. This dude was cutting into my once-in-a-lifetime moment with Sarah. Finally, it was my turn. Sarah stood there looking amazing. Her paper cupcake crown almost sparkled. I was speechless.
Well, what do you want? We have a big special on 2-day-old wasabi mango cupcakes. They're not moldy yet.
So I said, I'll take a fresh baked red velvet with cream cheese frosting. I was trying to impress her.
Wow, big spender. $1, please.
This was my chance, so I took it. How would you like to go to my pal's zombie costume party Saturday night?
I'm not into zombies. That's so 4th grade. And there's 3 customers behind you.
Did you text me?
Text you? Why would I do that?
So I gave her $1, grabbed my cupcake box, turned and walked to the door, which made that loud, awful ding-dong. It's summer, and Grandpa Splat's taking my brother digital. It's summer, and Grandpa Splat's taking my brother Digital and I on a road trip. He says we can't bring cell phones, iPods, or laptops. We're going into exile. Grandpa thinks too much technology will suck kids' brains out. I reminded him I'm 16, old enough to have my driver's license, and if I want to have my brain sucked out, it's legal. He wasn't having it, not on his road trip. We took off at a snail's pace with Grandpa at the wheel, and everyone was honking at us. Our first stop was a used bookstore. I never been to one before. I got a bunch of dusty comic books. Digital got ripped up skateboard magazines. Grandpa bought a torn up atlas of the U.S. with no cover. He wouldn't let us take a camera, so he got us books with blank pages. I said, how are we supposed to read this?
It's a journal. You can write and draw in it, like Michelangelo.
Our second stop was Vegas. Digital and I stood at the edge of the casino watching Grandpa. He lost all his quarters in a slot machine, so instead of sleeping in a hotel, we got downgraded to a motel with beds like cement. Next, we drove to the Grand Canyon, walked onto a see-through observation platform, and looked down. Digital got dizzy and threw up. I begged Grandpa to stop at an internet cafe. I felt trapped in a time warp before the invention of computers. Digital was driving me crazy. He brought his drumsticks and was banging out beats on the window of the front seat in my head. I finished my comic books and I couldn't write another word in my journal. I was sick of playing tic-tac-toe with Digital, who, by the way, cheats. Then we passed a sign that read, "Welcome to the state of New York."
Julian, Digital, stop punching and kicking each other. We're going to the Big Apple.
Digital and I were psyched. We climbed the Statue of Liberty and rode a subway. Grandpa bought us skateboards, and we went to Central Park for a Splat family reunion. I met a whole bunch of cousins that look like me. It was awesome. Grandpa sold his Lincoln, and we flew home back to the future. At school, Bobby Wurlitzer made fun of me. He yelled across the lunch table so everyone could hear.
Hey, Splat! You sound like a frog!
It bothered me. I can't help what my voice sounds like. All day I couldn't get what Bobby said out of my mind. I kept imagining what it would be like to have another voice. Maybe I'd be more popular, and I'd be picked to be goalie for the soccer team. In Miss Sims' science class, I'd raise my hand and get to answer first.
If I sounded like the guy on the Old Spice commercial, I would be given enough deodorant to last a lifetime. Now that's tempting. Now look over there. Now over here. Now back to me. Now over there. Now...
Hey, yo, shut up! When I talked like a tough guy bully, I could cut a line at the movies and no one would say anything.
If I had a proper English accent like the Prince of England, I might get to rule a nation.
So the whole day I walked around talking like different people.
With different voices, and guess what? I gave the wrong answer in Mr. Sims' class, even though I sounded like Albert Einstein.
At tryouts for the school play, I spoke in my best British accent for King Lear's part, and I was picked as the silent court jester. Can you bloody well believe it?
When I talked like the Old Spice guy in PE class, the guys just threw their smelly deodorant sticks at me.
So the next day at lunch, I saw Bobby Wurlitzer. I yelled across the lunch tables, "Hey, Wurlitzer! I like my voice, and I like being me! Dude, I dare you to come over here and give me your best animal impressions." Bobby laughed. Cooley walked across the lunch tables like a stuntman and jumped down in front of me. I said, "You go first, Holmes." And he did. Then it was my turn. I won. That night, Ruby Daniels, the head cheerleader, asked me to be her friend on Facebook. I have a brother named Digital. I haven't talked about him because I'm too busy talking about myself. Digital's 12 years old and annoying. My dad got Digital a music program for his computer. We had to soundproof his room. He makes loud, crazy music. One day he came in my room, shoved a CD in my computer and said,
"Splat! What do you think about my song? I'm gonna put it up on YouTube!"
So I listened. It was awful. In fact, he recorded a cat crying and repeated it 1,000,000 times in the song. Should I tell my brother his music sounds bad, like fingernails scraping a chalkboard? No. Instead of crushing his spirit, I pretended to be asleep at my computer. I needed to think my way out of this. I'd perfected the fine art of not lying, but not telling the truth either. I couldn't take the chance of Digital not talking to me till we're Grandpa Splat's age. Digital came in my room and screamed.
Splat! I tried to find you all day at school. Do you like my song? Huh? What's your problem?
I had an idea. I looked at my fish tank behind Digital, and I said to my bro, I always wanted to make a song with you. What if you record the sound of my pet fish and turn down that adorable cat crying like a banshee? If you don't take my advice, it's gonna really hurt my feelings. Digital ran to get his microphone, recorded my fish, and quit bothering me. The next day, he came back and said, how do you like this? I turned down the cat and put in the fish. Still awful. So I told Digital, why don't you go record Mom making a smoothie and put that in your song? He ran like a flash. Helping Digital make music brings us closer but keeps him out of my room. I got important stuff to do. Splat you later. I had a dream last night that I was a superhero. Do you believe in dreams? Do you believe they really mean something? There I was, standing in a cape and blue tights. I was catapulted back in time to the prehistoric age. There were dinosaurs everywhere. Tyrannosaurus Rex, the flying ones, all shapes and sizes chasing me. I ran until I came to a rock mountain and couldn't escape. It was do or die time. I turned around and started picking up those prehistoric creatures, flinging them like baseballs until they disappeared into the atmosphere like dots. In my dream, I was all-powerful. After I defeated the dinosaurs, I time-traveled ahead to the Stone Age. A dozen cavemen were surrounding me in a cave. I wrestled them all to the ground and rendered them helpless. I kicked a hole in the cave wall until I saw sunlight and climbed to safety. All of a sudden, my alarm clock went off. I woke up feeling fantastic, strong, and invincible. So I asked myself, does this dream mean I'm really all that? An all-powerful superhero? Or maybe it was the day-old squid and seaweed chow mein that I ate for dinner last night that gave me crazy dreams. If you guess the right one, you'll have a real understanding of just who I am. 'Cause in our class, our assignment was to make a short video. Mr. Lopez said there'd be 3 students in each pod. One would be the producer. That's the person who bosses everyone around. One would be the director. That's the person who bosses the actors around. And one person gets to be the lead actor. They get all the attention. Mr. Lopez chose the pods, so Simon, Serena, and I got stuck together like 3 peas in a pod. I never really liked those guys. We had 2 weeks to finish the movie before the film festival at the school assembly. We got to borrow the school's video camera. The first day we met after school and argued. We all wanted to be the lead actor. I lost that one. Simon is the show-off, so he got to be the main actor. Serena is the pushiest, so she got to be the producer. And they thought I talked too much, so I got to be the director. The rest of the week we met and argued about the script. Simon wanted to make a comedy, Serena wanted to make a drama, and I wanted to make a silent film. So after fighting for days, we decided to make a no-talking, crazy, funny, miserable, sad film. The story is about 3 clowns in a 3-ring circus. The number 1 clown juggles and hula hoops in the center ring. But the number 2 clown is jealous and steals number 1 clown's hula hoops. He thinks then he'll get all the attention. But the number 3 clown steals the 2nd clown's giant ball that he walks on, leaving the number 2 clown with a dumb stick and a plate he balances on his chin. Then clown number 2 gets super mad and hides number 3's giant shoes and deflates his ball, leaving him with only a plastic flower boutonniere that squirts water. The ringmaster goes nuts and throws them together in the main ring because now they're all boring. Our pod's film won first prize. We put our video on YouTube, and a big Hollywood movie studio wants to make a blockbuster about the 3 clowns. Psych. Just kidding. I was called to China on a top secret mission. I'm a super spy trained in ancient kung fu secrets. That's right, I'm going to China to kick butt. My job? To rescue Ling Li, the beautiful spy girl. She's been captured by the evil crime boss Kung Pao. When I get to China, danger ensues. I have to scale the side of a building because 7 ninjas are chasing me. I fight them off and I pull myself up to the roof. Then take a running jump and land on top of the next building. That's parkour, fools! I peek over the edge of the roof, and I see a man pushing a vegetable cart. When I look back, I see the 7 angry ninjas coming after me. I make a quick decision, and I leap onto the vegetable cart. 3 stories below. Ah! Tomatoes splash everywhere! I say sorry to the Chinese man pushing the cart. Do be quiet! I look to the right, run down a small dark alley and duck into a noodle shop. The food smelled good. I sit down and eat noodles with chopsticks. All of a sudden, the cook rushes from the kitchen in an apron, swinging nunchucks like a bandit. Okay, time to split. I throw a large bowl of noodles in his face, blinding him for seconds so I can escape. Ah! Heck, I was hungry and those noodles were the bomb. I'll have to come back when the cook's been fired. Anyway, beautiful Ling Li was taken on a boat headed for the China Sea. I ran to the bridge just as her fishing boat passed beneath. Ling Li was tied to a mast. I looked back on the bridge and saw ninjas racing towards me. I took a flying leap, hoping to land smack in the boat and save Ling Li. Then I heard someone calling me. It was my mom. What was she doing in China?
Splat, sweetheart, wake up. It's the Chinese New Year. Woo-hoo! Dad and I are taking you to Chinatown for some dim sum.
I love dumplings. When I woke up, I realized all that kung fu stuff was just a dream. But I still plan on being a stuntman in a kung fu movie one day. Sai hai! That's Chinese for see ya.
Okay, guys, it's now done for today. Stay tuned for more.